Let's head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hey, you guys, this is about Andrew Berry. He had not done a great job drafting wide receivers. Drafted David Bell, that didn't go well. Tillman hasn't gone well. Anthony Schwartz hasn't gone well. We could have Rashid Rice. We could have Puka Nakua.
As always, appreciate all of the voicemails. Quincy, Puka Nakua, I'll buy. Rashid Rice, I think we want to stay away from that. They haven't invested anything more than a third-round pick in wide receivers, and I think that's part of the problem.
Yeah, I think that's been like we did this with other positions with Andrew Berry, where it's like, oh, he can't draft this position. And like rarely is that the case with a front office that like they just struggle with one position. But the reason is the investment at the wide receiver position. It hasn't been strong. We know what Kevin's philosophy was about wide receiver. It was a pretty disposable philosophy at wide receiver, similar to how Joe Woods had a pretty disposable philosophy to defensive tackle, which led to us not taking defensive tackles in the first 3 rounds. But then you get Jim Schwartz here, the philosophy changes, and all of a sudden, 5th overall pick, we're taking Mason Graham. It's a similar thing here, right? Like Andrew Berry's going to shop from the grocery list that his offensive minds tell him to shop from. And I think the lack of investment at wide receiver was reflective of the fact that, they weren't really valuing the position that highly from the architects of the offense, the coaches. So, will Todd Monken have a different view of it? It's possible. I think the fact that they're sniffing around at wide receiver, they've done like 3 wide receiver visits, tells you that it's definitely more of a point of emphasis, that position, than wide receiver was with maybe Kevin Stefanski. But I think it's, again, more to do with draft positioning, because if you look at any position, the Browns have been drafting pretty well within their first 2 selections of the draft in the first and second round since the Andrew Berry's got here. And I think that's kind of indicative to the fact that they're probably pretty strong at being able to identify talent there.